Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. So, today is mental health check-in day. And first of all, I'm going to say subscribe to the channel down below. Also, if you're interested in joining our Facebook group, it's Pour It Up, Spark It Up. So, this morning, I want to give a couple of shout outs to my family, my friends. Thank you guys for all your support. Our group is almost close to being to 100. And what that means for us is when it reaches 100, I'm going to stand in a pool and let my best friend and my daughter dump cold ice water on me and use the gardening hose. So that should be fun and interesting. For my mental health check-in, of course, today we're on my front porch. I actually worked out today. It's hot out here, so if you see me starting to sweat, it's just because, well, it's hot and I'm still kind of cooling down. But when I was walking, I was kind of thinking like what I wanted to talk about for my mental health today. And I think I'm going to talk about communication. It's not something I can truly say that I'm effective as or with, or that I do effectively at all, to be honest with you. It's something I have to work on, which is kind of weird because I talk to people all the time. I'm talking to you guys now, and I still don't think that I communicate effectively at 40 years old. It's something I think I'm going to be working on for the rest of my life. But what peaked this was over the weekend, I had one more person I needed. I felt like in my heart I needed to apologize to. So I sent them an email apologizing. The email did not go as I kind of had planned. And the reaction to the email was just, I was just kind of like, okay. So I responded to the email because now I'm a little pissed because I'm thinking, your reaction, that's not what I said. So I got a little pissed. I wrote back. Then I wrote again and I'm like, well, wait, let me back up because I'm working on being an effective communicator. So if what I said the first time came off wrong to that person, instead of for my instant thing is get defensive like I did, I had to rethink what I was saying and how I was saying it because maybe they weren't understanding my true intent behind the email. And one, it was an email. So, okay. I sent another one. And now they're reacting to the second one, but I wrote two in a row. So I'm like, okay. So finally I'm like, whoa. Time out all the way. This is what I'm telling you. Like, I'm sorry if you're taking it the wrong way, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm just legit from the bottom of my heart on my freaking kids trying to just apologize to you for being a fucking shitty person. It doesn't matter whether you think I'm shitty or not. I felt like there were instances I was a shitty person to you. So since I felt that way, I felt like I needed to clear that off my plate. Sometimes people, also with apologies and communication, people take it as, oh, you're being a smartass or you're being this, when sometimes people are just being genuine. Just genuine. It's not that you said I was a shitty person. It's none of that. It's, you may not have called that person shitty. You may not have thought that person was a bitch, but maybe they reevaluated their actions and they thought that way. Like, they thought that they were that way towards you. Now, if you say, hey, you weren't like that with me, it's cool, then that's great. That person gets the closure and whatever they need to move forward. So I did that. And I was like, whoa, look. I realized I was not communicating with that person effectively. I was not really just getting to the bottom of why I contacted them in the first place. So I sent the email, and then they were like, okay, we were just responding to how you were for what you sent. Okay, I respect that. Good. I sent my final email and I just said, thank you. Thank you so much for accepting my apology. Thank you for all that you did for me. Best wishes. I'm not trying to rekindle. I just want to apologize. And that's a part of communication. Sometimes I feel like when you communicate with people, you really have to kind of, especially like when you're doing an email or a text message, you got to watch almost kind of like what you say. You know what I mean? Because people are going to take that wrong. And especially if they're already hurt or bitter or pissed about something that you did, they're not going to take it like you are. Because like And I realized that because when I sent the email apologizing, I'm healed. I'm good. I realized I had moved forward. I was at that next stage in my life, that next phase to the situation of forgiveness, of healing, of moving forward, and just trying to be a better person for myself, for my kids, for my partner, for everybody. She wasn't there yet. She was still mad at me for what the fuck I had, for what had taken place. So my apology meant nothing to her at that very moment, because she needed to get out why she was mad. She needed to get out whatever those feelings were that she never got to say to me before. And that was cool. And I respected that. And I said, I respect that. Completely respected that. But it's a work in progress. Communication is a work in progress. Not everybody communicates the same. Not everybody says the same thing. Not everything that what you may think is something that's normal to you. Like, you know, I say bitch to you, that's great. But I can't go say bitch to somebody else because they're not going to think that's great. You know, how I talk to my friends and my people, I can't talk to that with somebody I'm just meeting. So it's something that I'm working on. And I think that's something that we all should work on as we grow, you know. You can't communicate with everybody. You can't say the same things that you said back in the day. You can't say that shit now. Listen, grandma, you gonna have to rethink of how you saying some, you know, because I've had that happen. I've had some older people say some stuff and I'm like, you know, you can't say that now, right? That's a part of communication. You need to grow with communication. You got to watch what you're saying. And it's sad, but you just do. Like, you just can't, because people will pop off. People will pop off. People, you can say, excuse me, at the grocery store. Happened to us with me and Greta. You know, this lady came up through the aisle and would say, oh, I guess we're not social distancing. Okay, now effective communication just would have been like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, excuse me, and went around her. You ain't got to say all that extra. Like, why? Because, you know, then Greta gets mad and she wanted to go off on the lady because the lady was being nasty and rude. Like, we just happened to being polite and pleasant and just correctly communicating with people. You know, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I wanted to get around you. That's all she had to say. Effective communication instead of her being a bitch and, oh, yeah, I guess we're not social distancing. We're like, okay. So that's my mental health check-in. You know, it kind of bothered me. But then I realized the growth is there for myself. And I hope that happens with other people, you know, as we kind of move forward, especially with COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, you know, people disappearing. It's just, it's crazy out there. And, you know, you just can't say everything to everybody. You gotta, you know, you do have to watch what you say and how you say it. You really do. And that even goes into email. You know, people are out to get each other anymore, even through emails, even through text messages. So just grow. As you're growing as a person, as an adult, as a human, as you're growing, let your communication grow, because I did not. I got stifled. And now I'm having to catch up with myself, with my growth, with my communication. So that's my mental health check-in. I love you guys. Thank you always for your support, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to pour it up, spark it up.